Hello,
Hello.
what's your name and where are you from?
Okay, I am Alex and I am from Costa Rica.
Alex, what have you learned on this course about teaching and why is that relevant to you?
What have I learned? Well, there are a lot of things that I've learned, but one that really resonates with me is this framework, ICRIF, as well as the reflective cycle and feedback. Those are things that I consider important because I don't know, only use them to teach, but I also use them in my life, like when I share with my friends, with my family, and that creates a connection that I had never seen. I had never witnessed.
What about teaching English? What are some things you have learned and why are they important to you?
Um, I think that I remember when I started here, one of the most important things was that we were supposed to learn a little bit more about ourselves as learners before we kind of focus on what it was like to teach. The idea, as I understood it, was like to kind of go back to the time where we learned a second language, to kind of like put ourselves in our students' shoes and then understand how complex new language is. So that's one of the most important things I've learned about like teaching English. It's a language. It's like basically starting from scratch, something that you learn when you were um, really young in your life. So of course, when it comes to a second language, it's not as easy as we sometimes think.
Um, and how are you planning to use what you've learned back at home? What and how?
Um, in terms of the let's say frameworks or um, theory I've learned here, um, I know it sounds different, but I believe that the things that I've learned here, as I mentioned before, ECRIF, feedback, reflection, presence, connection, all of those pieces of theory, it's more than that. It's something that I can use in my classroom, but it's also something that I can use with my family. I've seen how my relationships um, in my home have changed so much because of that, because I've been able to be present for my relatives. I've been able to listen to them without judging. I've been able to describe situations before looking for interpretations or conclusions. And that has definitely strengthened my bonds with my students and also with my relatives, as I said before.
Okay, in conclusion, what have you learned about yourself as a teacher on this course? What has changed, deepened, appeared, disappeared in your teaching self?
There are many things that have changed, and there are many thoughts that I've had, and I still have. One of the most important ones is that I don't want to teach who I am. I wanna get feedback from my students to see what they need, to see what they want, in order to come up with as many activities as possible for them to enjoy. Listening, teacher talk, that's one of the most important ones. I know and I've realized that I shouldn't be the person speaking a lot in front of the classroom. I want them to learn. I want them to practice. I want them to be the protagonists of my lessons. So removing myself from the stage, to put it that way, has been one of the most important things I've learned so far. Understanding that what I believe is true is not, it doesn't have to be exactly like that because it's just my perception. It's based on my knowledge, it's based on my experience and my past. So I have to give my students a chance for them to come up with whatever they want.
Okay, thank you very much, Alex.
Thank you.